Shoot lock to LeBron! Out of bounds, slam it with two, throw it down.
I mean, that pass couldn't have been downtown.
Here comes LBJ! Look out!
Oh, the crowd on their feet. That's what they came to see. Nothing else happens. They're happy now.
To him. A show the ball fake.
They can't stop him. I tell you, he's just simply... Pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it! That's the Cleveland remaining.
Middles against Jordan. Knocked away, stolen by Michael. MJ on the rock.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, two of the single greatest players and athletes we have ever seen, and arguably the two greatest basketball players in NBA history. Today, we will discuss the GOAT criteria and what makes either Michael Jordan or LeBron James the best player of all time. I will break the argument into 6 categories: legacy, awards and accomplishments, winning, overall skills as a player, meaning playmaking, shooting, finishing, rebounding, and playing defense, longevity, and finally, the eye test, meaning clutchness and things that stats can't really pick up on. First, let's talk about legacy. And to be fully honest, this one isn't even anywhere close. As much as LeBron James has inspired millions to pick up a basketball with his impressive athleticism, his ferocious dunks and ability to make his team as a whole better, Michael Jordan's legacy cannot and will not be touched, most likely for the rest of eternity. You can pretty much bury the argument now. I mean, he's 6-0 in the finals, he revolutionized basketball and made it into what it is today, made Nike into what it is today. He single-handedly took the Chicago Bulls from a losing franchise to the most successful franchises in all of sports. Somehow made the bald look good. I mean, do I even need to keep going? Michael Jordan's legacy cannot be touched by LeBron James, and as a result, 1 for MJ, 0 for LeBron. Let's move on. Now, for the next criteria in the GOAT debate, we have accomplishments. I decided not to include all-star teams nor all-NBA team selections, as those will be included in the longevity criteria. In terms of important awards, Jordan has got 5 MVPs to LeBron's 4, 6 rings to LeBron's 3, 1 Defensive Player of the Year to LeBron's 0, 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1, 9 all-defensive teams to LeBron's 6. I don't think anyone has any trouble discerning the clear winner in this criteria as well. Even though LeBron has played more years than Michael Jordan already, Michael Jordan has earned more of every major award than LeBron has, and this can only serve to tell the tale of MJ's greatness year in and year out. Once again, Michael Jordan takes another one, and it's 2 for Michael, 0 for LeBron. What is the definition of a winning player? Is it Robert Horry, who dominated the league, winning 7 championships with 3 different teams while averaging a staggering 7 points per game? Is it Danny Green, a player who has yet to miss the playoffs in his entire career? Well, to answer all those questions, no. Actually, not at all. The impact a player has on the game both statistically and simply by his presence is what matters the most. And in this case, both LeBron and Michael are some of the best winning players we have ever seen. I mean, just look at the team that LeBron took the finals in 2007. That looks like a team that shouldn't even be in the playoffs. Alright, now let's look at the 2018 Cavs. that LeBron single-handedly carried to the finals. Who'd they have? K. Love, J.R. Smith, George Hill, and a 36-year-old Kyle Korver? No disrespect, but there's no way you can make an argument that is a playoff team without LeBron. However, as great and dominant as LeBron is, Michael Jordan's impact, not only offensively and defensively, is on another level. He won games by being one of the most ruthless, trash-talking savages to ever lay foot on an NBA court. Compared to LeBron though, after his first couple years, the Bulls, they were a super team, and they became a dynasty due to the fact that the players around Michael Jordan, they were an elite group. To conclude, I believe this one's a tie, considering both players have been crucial parts of teams that without them would not have been contenders. And yet they became championship contenders simply due to the fact that Michael Jordan or LeBron James were on those teams. Let's talk about overall skills as a player. Offensive ability, defensive ability, finishing, playmaking. For this one, I got Jordan. And let me tell you about why LeBron isn't even close. Scoring wise, I got Jordan. Now, LeBron fans, including Nick Wright, always mention that LeBron is a more efficient scorer and that he averaged only 2 points less even though he took 3 less shots every single game. But this is a completely bogus argument. You have to consider the fact that LeBron is much bigger, and as a result, a majority of his shots are between 0 and 3 feet from the rim. Jordan was a better shooter, a better defender, a better post player. He was better at stealing the ball, and considering the size difference, was on a very similar level to LeBron in terms of rebounding. The only 2 categories someone could argue LeBron leads Jordan in are playmaking and 3-point shooting, which makes sense, although considering the different eras, Michael Jordan's 2% career difference in 3 is pretty much irrelevant. Playmaking, however, LeBron wins it by far. To sum it all up though, Michael Jordan was the best scorer ever, the best finisher ever, one of, if not the best defender ever. Long story short, Michael Jordan was number 1 at everything except rebounds, blocks, and assists, whereas LeBron is a more versatile yet less dominant overall player. And in this case, Michael Jordan takes it easily. Now, let's talk about longevity. As much as I want to say this one is Jordan's, it's not. It's just not. LeBron, he's been in his prime for the past 15 years. He's 36, and he's still in the MVP conversation. He's been in the MVP conversation for the past pretty much 16 years. And that's pretty incredible. I don't think anyone has had a prime this long, and as a result, I gotta give this one to LeBron. Finally, the eye test. And in my opinion, this one is very close. It's hard to judge this one without being biased, especially considering that Michael Jordan has not played since 2003. However, I think that especially when it comes to the clutch, I'd much rather have Michael Jordan taking the last shot. However, the numbers say otherwise. For instance, in the playoffs, LeBron shoots a higher percentage on field goals in the last 10 seconds of the game, which goes to show that whether or not LeBron is a better shooter does not matter, considering that LeBron finds other ways to create efficient shots both for his teammates and for himself. Michael Jordan might be a better mid-range shooter, a more efficient shooter, but LeBron finds ways to get both himself and his teammates involved, and for that reason, I got LeBron on this one as well. And there you go. Michael, he's got 4. LeBron, he's got 3. I really think this debate is very interesting. However, as my final message, yes, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But we need to stop comparing because both players played in different eras and we should just appreciate both of their greatness.